heartbreak, denial, anger, isolation. Romance scams hurt. They're the most painful of the scams I think that I usually see, partially because it's a long game. Romance scams are not created overnight. It's not a week-long romance of someone that you're talking to. It's oftentimes several years that they will wait, and they will try and make as close of a connection as they can to the person, and then things start not making sense, and they start asking for money, and they will always have a reason for why they need something. And it's very important to ask in those instances why. Asking the why is probably the biggest way to avoid losing a lot of funds and a lot of heartache in these scams. Some popular versions that I have seen are, my boyfriend works on an oil rig and he needs to pay for repairs on the rig. My partner is in Afghanistan and needs to come home, but his bank account is frozen. My partner works for the United Nations or the Secret Service and he needs a private jet because he's such high profile, and I need to pay for it because his account is frozen because he's either going through a divorce or going through a investigation, and so he can't use his cards. There's no reason that it has to be you. These romance scams target people and target people's desire to help, and that desire to help ends up working against us a lot of the time. Why does it have to be you that sends those funds? Why can it not go through their account? If their account is frozen at their other financial, there's probably a reason for it. If the government is saying that you need to pay in order to get a troop home, a soldier home, the government is the one that needs to get them home. They're the ones that would pay for that. That's not a civilian task. There's absolutely a lot of real connections people can make in online dating, and it's super important to be able to take a step back and ask the why and make sure that all of these things are making sense. Stay safe, use trusted sites, and just make sure that you stay up to date on what's happening in your corner of financials and your corner of your world so that you know how to avoid these fraud tactics. I hope it never does happen to you, but I've seen it happen to so many intelligent people.